CTI seems really good. You know, your customer service is great. Any issues, Simone's on the case straight away within like 5 minutes.
Yeah, he is.
Mentioned him at 3 o'clock in the morning before, and he was on the ball. So, it's good.
Welcome, traders. My name is Diego, and in today's interview, I'm interviewing Benjamin, a recent trader that's now trading $70,000. He goes over his very robust and detailed strategy and risk management and trading process. Amazing interview. So check it out, guys.
Hi, guys. I'm Ben. I'm obviously a new portfolio manager, past my 70K funded account now. I've done quite a lot of things for the last 2 years to learn to be a trader full time, quit my job, used a lot of my own money to train myself in lots of different ways of trading. I didn't find a lot of them were very helpful. Some of them were really, really good. And the main one that really accelerated my trading to be consistently profitable was using the Hoffman retracement bar strategy. So I've passed the verification and the first City traders using that. And yeah, it's been really good, man. It's very consistent, very low risk with obviously high rewards as well. You can use the IRB just as 1.5 R every time, which gives you a higher win rate. But I prefer moving to actual support and resistance levels instead and using those as actual targets. So sometimes you get targets of 1 to 10, something like that, 1 to 6.
Fantastic. It sounds like a really bespoke strategy. I was very, very impressed when I saw your equity curve. It was, these are one of the best ones, if I'm honest. Lots of consistency. There's no sort of movements down. You can tell you're following risk management. You know exactly when to go heavy with your strategy and when to reduce the risk. This is good because a lot of the times what I see is traders will have a sudden rise in their capital and emotions obviously kick in. And then all of a sudden they're like down here again. And then eventually they come back up. So you managed it really, really well. So could you briefly just walk us through your journey with the evaluation?
Yeah, so I did try a few other companies before. I tried FTMO, and they're really good, but they're really, really aggressive. Take 10% that you've got to make in a month, which is nigh on impossible. I think there's just a massive scam, really, to be fair. But I did pass my FTMO, and they actually stitched me up quite badly in the first month that I had it when they decided to open up crypto trades over the weekend, and they had an emergency shutdown of their server on that first weekend. They decided to do it, and obviously I'd put crypto trades on, and it basically liquidated my account. I think I had like 14 pence left to lose before I could liquidate my account, and it just wasn't worth even trying to fight back from like £19,992 down from a £200,000 account and try and build that back up from 14p up to even get back into any serious level where I could make any money. So, but CTI seems really good. Your customer service is great. Any issues, Simone's on the case straight away within like 5 minutes.
Yeah, he is.
Mentioned him at 3 o'clock in the morning before, and he was on the ball. So, it's good.
Fantastic. Yeah, that Simone, he doesn't sleep. He's up 24/7, replying to every single members in the Discord community. There's around 5,000 members in there, I believe. Something like that. It's growing quite rapidly every day. Your stats are pretty decent. 70.5. You're following risk management. I mean, there's no red flags. When I mention red flags, is the traders that are doing 1% risk, right? Those traders, when they do 1% risk, they pass it really quick within a week, maybe 2-3 weeks. But those are the ones that can't really stay in the game with long sustainability. They normally blow the account afterwards, right? But you're obviously doing low risk, you're managing your risk, and you're still making pretty big, decent returns. So that's actually a good sign. There's no, look at this. You smashed it over here. And your tiny little wins here. Yeah, fantastic. I mean, there's no red flags. If anything, there's lots of green flags. Let's go down to actual stats so the viewers can see it. So you've got a 45% win rate, pretty decent, and you've got a 1.6 risk reward, which is also pretty decent. So no wonder you're a profitable trader. Could you briefly give the audience just a quick summary of your strategy and how you apply it?
So I actually use two different strategies together. The first one is the support and resistance strategy. So you would say, right, obviously it's an uptrend. This was the last support area we're going for there. And then for my entries and my exits, I use Hoffman IRB retracement bars. So what that is, it's a bar with a wick, and you've got to have your EMA at 45 degrees or more. That shows you that you've got a high trending momentum behind you. And then you enter at the top of the wick and you have your stop loss at the bottom of the candle. It could be either side, as long as the candle finishes more than 50% wick. It shows you that there's a lot of institutional buyers there. And when you go down in the levels, like in the times to say 15-minute charts and things like that, you can see them fighting over it, and you can see the spreads getting wider just in those singular candles. And that's a good indication that once those levels break, once the level breaks, all the stop losses of people in the opposite direction going short in a massive uptrend, they're all going to get taken out, which gives you a massive boost, and it jumps the price up, and then obviously keeps the price going up in the trend. Then the Hoffman strategy is 1.5R. So whatever the candle is, you would do 1.5R for your target. However, if you use support and resistance as well, you can say, right, well, the last resistance level was up here. This is a significant level, and I'll aim for that target. And the Hoffman video that I watched, he actually uses very, very aggressive stop loss placements. So rather than a trailing stop, he would actually manually trail the stop up. So when you get to 25% towards your target, you go to break even. Then when you get to 50% of your target, you get to 25% of the trade. And then when you get up to sort of 90% towards your target, you go right up to about 85% of what you want to get. And then if it goes through those levels, you can just keep trailing it up and keep trailing up really tight, so that you don't when it does come back down eventually, you don't actually lose any money at all, and you've gained quite a lot sometimes as well.
Wow, mind blowing. That sounds very, very robust and very, very detailed. And the fact that you're aiming for liquidity, you're obviously taking out people's stops. So you're on the other side of the spectrum, which is no wonder you're a profitable trader. When traders don't know where the liquidity is, it means that they are the liquidity, right? So you're aiming for people's stops, which is, I find it funny when we kind of talk like that. In terms of any lessons that you've learned through doing this evaluation, or any advice that you might give future traders, could you quickly sort of recap on that?
I think there's only the one downside for CTI. You guys have unrealized gains as your 1.5% risk allowances. Mm-hmm. So there were a few trades on my account that were technically not valid because I was risking more than 1.5%, even though I wasn't. It was actually my stop loss was an unrealized gain of more than 1.5%.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you trade in any stops yourself, I think for anybody else to not do that would be to, set your stop losses at 1.5 and then take a reasonable, if it's shooting up, you could take it at a bit earlier perhaps, rather than trying to go for the full like 1 to 10 or whatever. As long as you can get more than 1.5, you should be happy. And then if you leave your stop at 1.5, if it comes back down. But then obviously you should set a target instead, rather than just leaving the stop loss to come back, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, decent. That's some good advice for future traders. And yeah, Ben, welcome to the team. You're trading now $70,000 with CTI. The next time I want to see you is when you're trading $140,000, or a little bit below, I believe. And just keep on scaling up. There's the possibilities are endless. $2 million account, 2 accounts if you can as well. That's 4 million. So you're on the right track. So well done for passing again. Congrats on this one.
Thanks, Diego.
And there you have it. Another portfolio manager joining CTI. If you believe and think you have what it takes to become a portfolio manager for CTI, managing 6 up to 7 figures, come and join the community, come and take the evaluation or any other programs that we offer, such as the STT, the corrective, the Build Your Edge course, or even the bank level trading course. Join us, like and subscribe the button below, and we'll see you next time, everyone. Bye-bye.